Nature Boy Ric Flair, who just made his way to the ring there. He's going to be facing Harley Race, the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion here. This is pre-Starrcade 1983. This is a match leading up to that. As you can see there, Harley Race is holding the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Ric Flair, when he ends up beating Race at Starrcade 83, that was his second reign, if you can believe that.
Hello, my name is Willie J, and this is the glory days of pro wrestling. In this series of classic matches, I want to go back to the era of the pro wrestling that made me an avid wrestling fan. I'm talking about the 70s and the early 80s. Only here will you see such classics as Johnny Valentine, Harley Race, Bobo Brazil, and Chief Wild McDaniel, just to name a few. I want you to buckle your seatbelt and relax and get ready for another exciting card of glory days of pro wrestling.
It's not impossible. All you got to do is get the man out here. He must be afraid of me or something. Where's this Tommy Wildfire?
I would appreciate it, sir.
I need to see this goof. I want to see it.
All you have to do, sir, is look to the ring. Tommy Wildfire Rich will be competing. Well, we don't have time for this, and it will be Tommy Wildfire Rich competing in just a moment. I notice that Mr. No, sir. And it is Irwin going into the ring against Tommy Wildfire Rich. And it's Wild Bill Irwin. And brother, he is unloading on Tommy Rich. Rich told him, come on in. And that's exactly what Irwin did. And he catches Rich again. Tommy Wildfire Rich suddenly fires back. Wild Bill Irwin coming off the ropes, and Tommy Wildfire Rich catches him with a hard right hand. Another right hand to the head, another one in, Irwin misses. Another solid connection, and again Irwin misses, and it is Tommy Wildfire Rich finding the range. He's right on target now, and Irwin is driven back into the turnbuckle. Wild Bill Irwin, he wanted action. He's found it with Tommy Wildfire Rich. Rich smashed into that turnbuckle now as Irwin. Taking advantage of that early attack on Tommy Wildfire Rich. Wild Bill Irwin has him up. And Tommy Wildfire Rich has got some problems now. Irwin, a big, powerfully built individual with obviously an extremely aggressive attitude and personality. Rich again fires to the midsection. Rich, good move. Hooked those ropes and then suddenly scored effectively on Wild Bill Irwin. Rich has him again. And so it is Rich beginning to turn the tide here on this battle. Rich, the standing guillotine, the abdominal stretch. He's got Irwin in trouble here. Irwin may be conceding. And it is, wait a minute. Buzz Sawyer just charged the ring. Buzz Sawyer just charged the ring. And now it is, Wild Bill Irwin and Buzz Sawyer both punishing Tommy Wildfire Rich. We've got a 2-on-1 situation here. Tommy Rich unable to move now as they continue to punish him. Hold on, Scott Casey. Scott Casey just hit the ring. Scott Casey just hit the ring. And he has cleared him out in a hurry.
Let's go this over. So we got to pick one and then tell me why your choice. Ready? Okay. Current indie or WWE? Current indie wrestling or WWE?
Current indie wrestling.
Okay, because
people still want to believe in old school and at least a good independent. Now, if you're talking about this backyard shit,
no.
You know, I rooted myself away from that. I used to take all the booging, but then when you go in, say like Eric Sims, for example, he comes into a town, runs a big show, does a hell of a house, and then this backyard stuff, so he does come in on his coattail, and they'll run the show using his name, and then they'll bring a trash bunch. The marquee says wrestling begin with. If you can't wrestle, don't even come in the damn building unless you buy a ticket. Second thing is, if you can't wrestle, at least dress like one. Don't come in blue jeans and your brogan boots. I mean, there's some guys like the bushwhackers or the sheep herders, that was their thing. But when you go in the dressing room and there's one guy with a pair of tights and there's one guy with a pair of boots, that's a backyard wrestling show.
Weighing in at 220 pounds, Pat Rhodes. His opponent now entering the ring from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 270 pounds, a sweet soul, the American Dream, former world champion, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes, of course, he is also the U.S. champion. And here's a man who is perhaps one of the most charismatic wrestlers that I have ever known. And he, of course, will be talking to him in an interview that I did with him earlier. Immediately following this match, I have a pre-recorded interview that I did with Dusty earlier in the day. So we'll be seeing that after this match. But right now we're going to be watching Rhodes moves in against Rhodes. Full body slam. Dusty Rhodes from Austin, Texas. Arm drag takedown. Rhodes has great strength, great power, and very fast. For a man his size, exceptionally fast. There's also quite a background on Rhodes. He's an outstanding football player, an outstanding baseball player. Had pro contracts and offers both in pro baseball, pro football, and pro wrestling. And because of the very independence of his nature, chose the sport that he really loves the best, and that, of course, is pro wrestling. And Of course, he has become one of the most sought-after wrestlers in the world today. Rhodes having his problems now with Dusty Rhodes. Into those ropes. Forearm into the chest, another one, and one under the jaw. Rhodes fires back, catches him with an elbow, drives him to the canvas. Dusty Rhodes now closing in on his man. Rhodes brings him up high, vertical suplex. Crashes down. The American Dream. Inflicting a lot of punishment there. Brings him up a full body slam. Dusty Rhodes crashes down with that bionic elbow. And it is all over. It is all over. Dusty Rhodes victorious in his match here on Georgia Championship Wrestling.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, WWE Hall of Famer to all of us here in Florida especially. Dusty, what's it like being back here? You're at the Youth Fair, Miami-Dade County. Miami was a big place for pro wrestling. What was it like for you? Any memories?
Yeah, I think the best memories were always of the Jackie Gleason Auditorium. You know, I mean, 74 when I became a babyface and the world started to know who the American Dream was. It was very special to me. So you know, I remember, I knew we were a success in Miami when in New York City, in the New York Times, it said they're scalping tickets for $100 to go to wrestling to see this guy they call the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And so somebody sent me the clip, and I said, okay, I think we got him now. You know, and Dundee was really cool, and Eddie and everybody back then. But man, the fans were just. Every once in a while, we would, you know, the old announcer, Mr. Freeman. He announced the first Ali Liston fight, and he was our ring announcer, and he always had something really good to say, and you know, and but it was great memories, great times, you know, and working.
From the Roadwarriors, the Hawk comes in. That weird war paint they have on their face. Knee to Lawler's midsection. Big elbow. Straight in the air. Lawler pressed up again. And pounded down. The muscular development on these two guys, the Road Warriors, incredible. Jerry shaking up hard. But the King, a tough son of a gun, slamming with that right hand. And Hawk says, oh yeah? Lawler and Idol wrestled the Road Warriors for these titles in Cleveland, Ohio. The closest at that point to winning it when the Road Warriors were not sure they would be carrying the titles out. Lawler, 234 pounds, and he looks to a degree dwarfed by either one of the Road Warriors. Big, vicious forearm. The King, using his head and foot, slams in with an elbow. Beautiful move. And now Hawk right back, slamming that right hand, and Lawler dumped, sitting on the bottom rope. Jerry receiving it, he snout. second count. Still, we've got all four in. Whoa, the animal hits Hawk. Ellering in the ring. Lawler got a 2 count before Animal dropped on his back. Should be a disqualification as Ellering is in the ring. The referee thrown out. That's going to be it. Oh, boy. That's all. Forget the titles. Gotta be a disqualification. Jerry Calhoun down, hit his spine, hurt his knee. Idol pounding Ellering. Paul Morton out. The other referee, he says ring the bell. Disqualification against the Road Warriors.
Muraco. It seems like there's a lot of confusion as far as Don's concerned. It seems that he feels everyone disrespects him. Well, I'd like to find out and just wonder why or what's on his mind.
Buddy Rogers, just a few months ago, you said Rocky Johnson was fit to get in the ring. I have proved all over the world that man can't beat me. I hear this wetback come out here, Tito Santana, never been anywhere, never done anything, and he wants a match with Magnificent Muraco. Everywhere I go, people are yelling Beast Bump. Bob Backlund gets out here, and they let him exercise for 1 hour. They don't let me. I can go. Shut up, you goose. I can, anything Backlund. I do the step test from Harvard step test for 1 hour. Nobody ever mentions anything about that. Nobody ever mentions about all the hours I spend at the gym. How I was the first person ever to reverse the figure 4 headlock and the figure 4 leg. Nobody talks about how great I am the one. You see this right here? I am the one that has brought this title into contention in every continent. In every continent, every continent in the world, I have made this belt to be the most prestigious belt in professional wrestling today. And now you send this. He's got the nerve. He's got the nerve to walk in during my time when the champion is here.
Superfly Snuka looking at Muraco as Muraco is really upset, feeling that his interview was apparently interfered with, and he is putting the bad mouth on Snuka. Look at Snuka just smiling at him. He's not going to lose his cool. Muraco now up on the apron. Muraco continuing. Oh, he spit. Muraco just spit all over Snuka. I can't believe it. He absolutely just spit right all over him. Snuka being cool, but he won't be cool for long. Snuka keeping his cool. Oh, look at that! Unbelievable! Snuka with Muraco ripping his coat apart. Snuka hammering away on Muraco. Snuka ripping him limb from limb. Look at that! Snuka, he just tore him apart. Snuka all over Muraco, disgracing him, hammering away, and trying to keep Snuka back at Muraco in the ring. Muraco just grabbed the microphone. Oh no! Muraco just let Snuka have it right in the head with that microphone. Stepped the microphone off. Snuka coming back. Muraco, Snuka just going at it like two wild animals. Snuka hammering away on Muraco. They're trying to restrain Snuka. Snuka, whatever it is Muraco said to him, and it spit on him. I can't believe it. He's the X.
No one's going to stop Snuka now. I'll tell you, he's ready to go. He's been waiting for this for a long time.
Muraco finally being hurled back to try to bring Muraco back to the dressing room.
There's Kimala, cannibalistic, uncivilized.
This is the main event, the Battle of the Giants. In the ring at this time, Skandar Akbar from Devastation Incorporated presents from Uganda, the Ugandan Giant, 397 pounds, Kimala, assisted by his good man Friday. And now entering the ring, the eighth wonder of the world, 438 pounds, Andre the Giant. David Manning, your referee.
Come on, man. Here we go. Like it or not, a battle of the Giants, and this is going to be building, rattling. The complex is shaking. Andre the Giant is dwarfing Kimala, but Kimala still with those vicious jungle chops is standing his own. Up to the floor he goes, and listen to the crowd. Here's Kimala back in. What an event. Many of the fans are standing in the ringside area. Kimala pushing Andre back into the ropes. They could give way. We'd better be careful. Tremendous weight in the ring. And now Andre the Giant is choking Kimala. Andre the eighth wonder of the world, known around the world. A tremendous drawing card wherever he goes. And almost unbeatable. Andre has Kimala staggering and falling and out to the floor again. Allowing Kimala to sneak in. Don't forget Mike Von Erich versus Ric Flair for the 10 minutes. You know the stipulation. Kimala being made fun of by the Giant, and a foot is raised, and down goes Kimala. An indescribable bout. Kimala dancing and backing. To the rope. Kimala with a chop. Chop on the head, and Andre falls into the ropes, almost breaking him, and now he's pinned in the ropes. He's caught, tied up. And how do you free a man who weighs this much? This may be curtain. How can you free a man who weighs this much? Kimala throws Manning away. David Manning, the referee, doing his best, but Kimala can't get around him. David goes outside the ropes. David hanging, pulling the ropes away, and Kimala restraining him, finally is able to pin Andre the Giant. Good thinking by David Manning. On the left side of the ring, watching so very intently. Friday around back there. On the back of your picture, there's Akbar on the near side. Andre back on his feet. Kimala coming up slowly. Andre's there to kick him down. There is no other human being on earth larger than Andre the Giant. An historic human being. There's Kimala in a daze on the outside of the ring. Still holding on to the foot. Listen to this mob. Kimala cannot speak English, but he's making sounds illustrating that he can't do anything. And it'll be Kimala the Junkyard Dog on the 30th at the Convention Center. Andre sandwiches him in the corner. Look out! Here's Akbar digging in his pocket. But Kimala thrown across, and Kimala the Ugandan Giant nails Akbar. Andre has him, ring the bell. Andre slams them together. 4 men in the ring. Akbar floored by Kimala, who now is back on top of Andre. Akbar yelling at David Manning, restraining Manning from getting into the picture again. And Kimala's got Akbar again. And Akbar flees for his life, and Andre picks up Friday's helmet and tracks it across Kimala's head. This crowd is roaring, they're standing. And Friday pulls Kimala out. Andre's the winner. The winner is 8 minutes and 57.
Out of the World Wrestling Federation with his little run there with Vince. The referee doing the classic check of the men, making sure he ain't got no foreign objects, even though he didn't check Flair. I believe Ric Flair's the face here. This is leading into the NWA Starrcade event. I believe that Harley Race was the heel in that match. They ended up being good matches. A lot of just complete matches that were the badass. Ric Flair here. Oh, we got a suplex right out the gate. Oh, reversed by Flair off the ropes. Starting hot and heavy across body. 2 count to start off the match quick. Oh, man, Flair already in control. These guys didn't even do a collar and elbow tie-up. They went straight into it, hot and heavy. Youngblood style. Getting that vibe. I mean, you're going to relate to the crowd. And, of course, Harley wants to slow all that down, and now we're going to slow down here as we go into a side headlock by Nature Boy Ric Flair. Big side headlock takeover. Done perfectly. Harley Race, anytime he did that, man, it always looked beautiful, gorgeous. Like, he was just everything he did made it look so smooth and easy. But I'm telling you, it's not. The things he did in that ring were not just simple. Like, he makes it look so good.
To go. Now, for a couple of decades now, the name Ric Flair has been synonymous with professional wrestling. Here he is, the Nature Boy himself of the WCW, Ric Flair. Look how nice you look, Rick. You know, you always were and always have been the best dressed of all the wrestlers.
Thank you.
Really?
Styling and profiling.
Yes, styling and profiling, right. And beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair.
Pretty complexion. Look good.
And the Nature Boy name, I'm sorry, where did that come from, Rick?
Oh, I got it in 1976. Actually, I was in an airplane crash. And look as though my career might be over. And I took the opportunity to study one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, a guy named Buddy Rogers, who was the original Nature Boy.
That's right.
In lieu of him being absent at the time, I jumped on the name and ran with it.
It became yours.
Yes.
Now, you're originally from Minnesota,
yes.
right? They got a new governor up there, Jesse Ventura.
Yes.
You live in North Carolina now.
Yes.
Any political aspirations?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No.
Really?
Like
yes.
what?
Well, unofficially, I'm going to run for governor myself in North Carolina.
Are you really? Has this been announced yet?
No. That's why I'm saying it.
This is the official announcement?
This is the unofficial official
Oh, I see the unofficial.
Yeah.
Oh, I find it. So this means you're really thinking about it seriously,
yes.
huh?
Yeah. I have for a long time. Actually, I've been asked to run for office a lot over the last 10 years, but wasn't sure what ticket to run on. My wife tells me it'll be the pro skeleton ticket, but
but Jesse is like an inspiration for you, man.
Yeah, I think that Jesse proved that anything can happen. He's a very charismatic guy, and I think that the political scene right now is open to a lot of opportunity.
But you've been wrestling a long time, haven't you?
27 years.
27 years, and you've made a good living at it?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Years after this, probably about a year and a half after this, in '85, in the NWA, of course, the original Four Horsemen, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and managed by James J. Dillon. And they ran roughshod all over the NWA for a long time. Which I like different incarnations of the Four Horsemen, but the original Four Horsemen was awesome. Which I liked it when they brought in Barry Windham. I thought he was a good replacement for someone like Ole. But I really like Ole. Ole isn't talked about a lot in pro wrestling, but anything I've ever watched from Ole, especially from the old Georgia days and the early 80s, he's awesome. And even the mid 80s when he was tagging with Arn Anderson. I really like Ole Anderson. He tagged with Stan Hansen a little bit in the old Georgia days, but he was awesome. He did not take any bullshit. He would put it down on anybody in the ring. You see now, Harley Race has now got control, delivering knee drop after knee drop to the midsection of Ric Flair. Ric Flair rolling around in agony in the corner there. If he'd have reached out and grabbed a rope there, the referee would have had to have broken the situation. Oh, big punch right to the hand, or to the head rather, sorry, to the face. And a knee lift, Harley Race knee lift. Ric Flair selling out of control into the ropes, that was awesome. Think about wrestlers today, you know, a lot of the guys you see on TV have been wrestling for 10, 15, some even 20 years and more. Ric Flair here had been wrestling for 10 years. That's how early in his career it was. He started his career, I believe, in 72 or 73. Big headbutt. Another headbutt directly to the forehead of Ric Flair, and she's like, yeah. Harley Race. Big knee drop. Oh, and Ric Flair did that throughout his whole career. But just thinking about how early this is in someone like Ric Flair's career, it's just really cool to go and think about what he would do. I mean, Ric Flair's last official match was like 2011, I believe. Getting a little tired, getting down on the ground. Did you not get a chair? Did you get it for free? Oh, big chop by Ric Flair. Holding off Harley for a minute, a boot to the midsection and an elbow to the top of the head. Harley finally starting to wane here just a little bit as he's been in control for the last few minutes. Of course, Flair had the early start of this match. It's kind of flipped over on him and thrown outside the ring through the ropes. As I mentioned in the last episode, the old NWA throwing your opponent over the top rope would be an automatic disqualification rule, and I'm sure that is in effect here. But where Harley threw him through the ropes instead of over the top, that was not the case. We're going to get a suplex right here on the floor. This can do some real damage. You've seen there was no mats out there. Oh, he's tied up in the ropes. Brainbuster on the floor. Brainbuster on an unprotected floor by Harley Race. This could be a game changer right here, no less. In 1983, without a disqualification. He's going to get caught the way Flair usually gets caught, I believe. He's in a bad spot here. He's going to get thrown off. This is not where you want to be. Big throw by the Nature Boy. Oh, Ric Flair's feeling it. Ric Flair's feeling it. Oh, just getting on top of him, mounting him, and he's just going to deliver some right hands here, one after the other. Crowd going crazy. Off the ropes, whips him, and a big back body drop again in the middle. You can get a cover here. 1, 2 count by Ric Flair. World Heavyweight Champion's not giving up. It might be in Charlotte if this is in Flair country. It's already a game changer. Reversal. Harley off the buckle, and he fell right into a sleeper. Right into a Nature Boy sleeper hold. This is late in the match. This could be bad news for Race, especially after the head trauma he's already taken. Headbutting the floor, a chair shot to the head. And we have a cover, and oh no, Flair's gonna, here we go. Big Flair, elbow, no! Race just moves out of the way, and Flair watched it happen. 1, 2, legs on the ropes again, and that's probably why Race rolled, honestly. That's probably why Harley Race rolled. Knew where he was at, needed to get close to the ropes. Used a lot less energy by doing that than kicking out. Big chop by Ric Flair. And oh, he climbs right to the top with the spring in his step. 1, 2, as he's going to start delivering those hands in the corner as the ref is making it count. Another big knife-edge chop by Ric Flair. Ric Flair known for those chops on a big right hand. Right to the jaw. Headbutt by Race, though. Race known for his headbutts, known for a hard head. Getting Flair in the midsection. He's going to have a minute here. So he's going to whip Flair into the buckle. Oh, up and over. Classic Ric Flair. So he's going to go to the other side, and where he's a face, he'll probably actually hit this. Is he going to do a crossbody? No. Oh, elbow, and he kind of hit the ref, too, there. The referee's down. And that would have been it, folks. That would have been it. 1, 2, 3. Ric Flair would have been the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, but he knocked the ref out. He would have had to have waited to Starrcade 83, but the referee is out cold as he caught a little bit of that elbow as well off the top with a lot of impact, and Race is throwing. Oh, there, as you see, threw Ric Flair over the top rope to the floor. That would have been an automatic disqualification. The concrete floor as he's getting suplexed back in, but Flair reverses. Big backdrop himself. Yeah, Flair, another pin. 1, 2, 3. That would have been it. 2 count anyways. Oh, as the referee finally waking up and seeing there was a cover. That was all really well done there. That was awesome. Big knife edge chop again over the top rope goes Race with the second one. Oh, Flair's got to get him back in to win that. He knows it was over. That's what's so frustrating here. He had Race beat. Race pulling him outside. Now we're just going to have a Donnybrook on the floor. These guys are tearing each other up. These guys had great chemistry, great matches. He knocks Race down there. Big right hand strike of his own as he's trying to get back into the ring. He's going to get pulled out. We got a double count out coming here. Race throws him in. Okay, no. Lets him go in, and Race is going to go to the top. Race going to come off with a big crossbody, but flipped over. Does Flair 1, 2 count. Oh, he almost had Race there, and he's going for it. The figure 4 leg lock right in the middle of the ring, folks. Here we are, yeah! Ric Flair's got Harley Race. Harley Race has nowhere to go. The referee checking Race. I'm not sure how this is going to end. There is not much time left. Crazy. They know that they can have a new NWA World Champion, but Race throws the ref out of the ring, but the ref landed on his feet. That was not enough to get a disqualification, I don't think. Well, maybe it was. He was breaking it. What is he doing? Is he throwing it out with a DQ? Referee begging him not to DQ him here. Oh, the ref's going to let it keep going. I think that's what was happening. The referee was saying he was going to get a DQ, but he didn't, which gave Rick... Oh, that's it. That's a disqualification. Ladies and gentlemen, Harley Race dumped him over the top rope. That's so crazy. That's how this match ended. I was just talking about this in the last episode. Dumping someone over the top. That's an automatic DQ. Ric Flair just won the match, but the title does not change hands. Harley Race knew what he was doing there, and he was about to get DQ'd anyways by putting his hands on the ref. So the referee had so much discretion in this, but then that happened, and he had to throw it, and then Ric Flair's pissed. Ric Flair is pissed because the title does not change hands in that kind of disqualification, even though he's the winner. That's awesome stuff. That gets the crowd so hyped up. The crowd...
Wasn't that some exciting wrestling, my wrestling fans? Please continue to join me as I present only the very finest in wrestlers and wrestling of the 70s and the early 80s. This is Willie J signing off from the glory days of pro wrestling.
Trading blows now, blow for blow. Orndorff down with the upper hand. Whoa, big uppercut. And another.
You know the price is going to cost him to beat on our body.